Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster. So we've got a little bit of dialogue here and then our next boss battle, which is the Sanctuary Keeper, which is very easy, very easy, especially if you kind of, I want to say cheese it, but yeah, it's very easy to cheese.
Soon. She has sent fiends to test our summoner's strength.
Who is she?
Yunalesca.
Lady Yunalesca?
In Zanarkand, she awaits the arrival of the strongest.
She is still alive?
As much as Micah and Seymour.
I see.
Lost your nerve?
No. Nothing frightens me now.
Braska would be proud.
Then, I must not let him down.
It comes!
Alright. So this is the Sanctuary Keeper. Again, as I mentioned earlier there, it's just really easy to cheese this thing. Really all you need to do is use Orin and use the Threaten ability. I suppose if anybody else has, or if you've taught anybody else that would work as well, I guess. But again, just a absolute joke. He can't do anything after you threaten him, which is I think it's hilarious. But I just duked it out with him straight up. You know, in the same vein as threatening him, you can actually use Shiva and use her Heavenly Strike, as it basically does the same thing. So I guess keep that in mind if you want to have a really easy fight. Otherwise, you can do kind of one of the things I've mentioned probably a couple of times, which is, you know, just have your Aeons with their overdrives already you know, maxed out, so that you can just use their overdrives right away. Here you can see why this guy is actually pretty dangerous. I think it's his first turn there. He uses Photon Wings, which is Sleep, Silence, Darkness, and I think it's Confusion as well, which is pretty nasty. I actually had a lot of my characters had you know, protection from Confusion, but just the you know, unfortunately not Confuse Proof. It was Confuse Ward, and it looked like Orin still got you know, hit through that. So unfortunately, that wasn't able to even prevent that. But he does do some pretty obnoxious stuff. He'll cast like Cure. I think it's Kiraga on himself. And I think if you've got, you can put a reflect on him so that he won't cast it then, but then he'll just dispel himself. But honestly, that's not a bad way to kind of deal with that. But anyways, I think I just did I one shot him here with Mega Flare. Let's see. He's got a lot of health though. He's got like 40k health, I think. So I don't know if this is going to be able to do it. Oh yeah, I got him. Okay. Well, that's that. That's how you do that. Let me just see here. What's his overdrive or overkill? Overkill threshold is 6.4k, so that should be pretty easy. Yeah, I must have give him a big swing there. And done, you know, at least 5k. So bomb, it just waxed him.
Hey, can't we rest a little?
No need. We reach the summit soon.
I know. That's why I want to stop for a bit. Soon means that there's not much time left.
Riku.
Fine. I'll think on the way.
So sometimes he'll drop a weapon that's got half MP cost. I didn't end up getting that, but I guess at least that's something to keep in mind if you're interested. I don't think it's worth resetting for, but you know, if it is to you, then go ahead.
Hey, come on, let's go.
We are. Almost there, aren't we?
We've come a long way.
What's so funny?
You remind me of myself. Before, the closer I came to Xanarkand, the more I wondered. When we arrive, Braska will call the final Aeon. He will fight Sin, then die. I thought my mind was made up long before. But when I stood here, my resolve wavered.
Never would have figured. Legendary Guardians choke sometimes too, yeah?
Legendary Guardian. I was just a boy. A boy about your age, actually. I wanted to change the world too. But I changed nothing. That is my story.
I love that scene in Orin saying there that, you know, he wanted to change the world, but he changed nothing. I think there's a certain, you know, depression to that, but also it seems to me that, you know, this trip is his sort of redemption for not being able to change the past, and you know, not everybody gets a chance like he does to right maybe the mistakes that they've made and, you know, change the course of life.
A city dead for 1,000 years. A city I had to see with my own eyes. The end of Yuna's journey. The last chapter in my story. And then slipping through my fingers. Slipping away before I could pin them down with words.
Yuna, I say no. If we go down there, then you'll...
Riku. You're a true friend, and I thank you, but I must go. Down to Xanarkand.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go. But shouldn't we think about it some more? There's gotta be some kind of way we can save you, Yuna!
All my life, I knew this moment would come.
Yuni...
Thank you, Riku. Thank you for everything.
Don't say that, Yuni. It's not over yet.
Tell Sid, thank you.
No. You can tell him yourself.
Please.
Yuni, don't say that because we're gonna see each other again, okay?
Kimari, let's go. Sir Orin, Kimahri told me, when my father wanted me taken from Bavel to Besaid, it was you who told Kimahri, right? I had always wanted to meet you someday. I am truly glad that I had that chance. Having you as a guardian was so great an honor. I don't know how to thank you. Perhaps, if I defeat Sin, that will be my thanks to you. That's what I'll do. Yes. I will challenge Sin. I will defeat Sin. If you are all there watching this, then I guess Sin is already gone. And so am I suppose. Anyway, I just wanted to say, Sir Orin, I thank you. Kimahri, do you remember the first day we met? I was only 7. My father had defeated Sin, and all Bavel was celebrating. Everyone was saying what a hero my father was. I was so happy. But when night came, it occurred to me. My father had defeated Sin, and now he was dead. Now I was all alone. I couldn't sleep. So I wandered into the town, away from the celebrating crowds. I stood on the bridge in Bavel, where my father and I had parted. Standing there, alone, I could see the fields where he had fought Sin. Then, you appeared, Kimahri. You said you were looking for the daughter of Braska, remember? At first, I was so scared. Until I realized what a gentle person you are. You weren't used to talking to children. When I told you that I was Braska's daughter, you said you would take me as far from Bavel as you could. That it was the wish of a man facing death. I think I cried then, because that was when I knew my father was dead, and I would never see him again. You just held me, without saying a word. I cried after we got to Besaid, too. When you tried to go, after leaving me in the care of the temple, I held on to you crying, "Don't go, don't go!" And you listened, Kimahri. You stayed. Kimahri, thank you. Thank you so much. And I've always liked your broken horn. Waka, Lulu. I'll never forget my days spent with you, growing up in Besaid. We always played together, us and Chapu. That's why I was always so happy, I think. And when you refused to let me become a summoner, and I did it anyway, I'm sorry. I've always wanted to apologize. You know, when you tried to stop me then, really, I was happy. I could tell you really cared about me. You were like my big brother and sister. No, I think you really were my big brother and sister. What else? I love watching you play blitzball, Waka. I even love it when you scold me, Lulu. Really. I guess that leaves the newest guardian. Star player of the Xanarkand Apes. You are... I am... Well, I'm glad... I'm glad that we met. We haven't even known each other that long, but... It's funny. So this is what it feels like. It's a much more wonderful feeling than anything I had ever imagined. Wonderful. But it hurts sometimes. I wonder. I... I just want to say thank you for everything. Maybe that's why it hurts. When I think about us never being together again at all. I'm afraid. No, I shouldn't say that. I'll do that part over.
What you up to?
All right, so that was Yuna's sphere. Another one that I really like. I don't know. There's something about the spheres in the game that I just really like. Obviously, that one she had recorded, back on the Mihan High Road, and I think I take that to mean that she, at that point, had already fallen in love essentially with Titus. So yeah, at least a cool little look, I suppose, at Yuna's mentality from that point in the story. And I think that as she goes through her basically saying thanks to all of her guardians, I think it actually does really highlight why she's so fiercely defensive of her guardians. And yeah, I think that says a lot about her character.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance. I mean, like that time. Anyone? Yes?
I think that we should stop. Maybe. For now. Let's go.
All right, and that basically brings us to the opening scene of the game. But I've got to cut it here as I'm out of time. As always, hope the guide was helpful and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.